What's up, y'all? It's your girl Amanda, and we are back with another episode of Mandy's Entertainment Reviews. So, today's episode, we are reviewing the Netflix show Running Point. Um, so it's on Netflix. It is available on Netflix. It was released on February of 2025. So it's early March. So it was released probably about a couple weeks or so ago. Starring Kate Hudson, Jay Ellis, Justin Trudeau. And if you don't know who that is, he was married to Jennifer Aniston. And Brenda Songs and Chet Hanks. So I got really excited when I saw the preview for this show. I do love sports shows. I do love sports movies. And this was a cool way of basically telling the story of Jeannie Buss, who is the daughter of Dr. Buss, who owns the Lakers. Well, owned the Lakers back in the day because unfortunately he did pass away probably like 5 or 6 years ago. So it is about the fictional Gordon family who owns the LA Waves, which is the fictional version of the LA Lakers. And Isla, who is the only daughter, she was chosen to be president by her brother while he was away at rehab. So if you listen to previous episodes, you know I do know, want to know, and learn. But for fictional TV shows, I have another system to come up with. So basically, I drew out a chart. One column is characters, one column is prediction, what I think would happen based off what I saw in the first episode, and the conclusion. So for the first character is Cameron Gordon. So he is the president of the LA Waves. He was the brother that had to go to rehab for a drug addiction. Um, so we saw that happen in the first episode. So based off the first episode, my prediction was that one, he's going to go to rehab, and also while he's in rehab, he's going to try to control Isla, try to tell her what to do, like a big brother dude, like what to do. You're not doing it right. Don't do it this way. Do it that way. Um, the next character, because I'm going to do the conclusion at the end. This is kind of a new format, so bear with me, y'all. The next character is Ness Gordon. He's the general manager of the LA Waves. From what I saw from the first episode, dude is kind of reckless. He's the reckless brother. He's a little bit more reckless than Cam was because Cam had to go to rehab, but Ness still had his job, basically. So he works by Isla's side throughout the season was my prediction, and also he would be more reckless like Cam and probably end up like Cam. The next brother is Sandy Gordon. He's the chief financial officer of the LA Waves. I guess that's the big wig who looks over the money. From what I saw in the first episode, he did have cheap tactics, so I thought he was going to have more cheap tactics, probably make the team fall apart, and also it'll make the team cheap. So as we saw in the show that they had stars, I was thinking that he was going to get in the general manager's ear, and he was going to trade away their stars, their star basketball players. Sorry, y'all, the Starbucks is hidden. The next character is Isla Gordon, who is the show, again, based off Jeannie Buss. She started off as the coordinator of charitable endeavors, and then she was later switched to president. From what I saw in the first episode, my prediction, sorry, was that she will be the one to nurture and fix the team's mistakes and also show her connection to the players that she already had while she was the coordinator of charitable endeavors. Ali Lee was Isla's best friend and also her chief of staff. She too will be working side by side with Isla, and also she would provide the comic relief whenever Isla would be stressed. And again, this is from the first episode. Any job you have these days is stressful, so you always need like that stress reliever. And Ali was that stress reliever for Isla. Jay Brown, who is the head coach. My predictions for him that he would coach the team to success, but also he will be Isla's love interest, quote unquote love interest. Marcus Winfield, who's one of the basketball players. I just assumed he was like one of the arrogant basketball players. Like every basketball player has that arrogant player that you can't stand. So he would be the arrogant basketball star and kind of flash his money around, flash his wealth, all that stuff. Travis Bug, who is Chet Hanks's character, my prediction for the from the first episode is that he will be an outcast. And from the first episode, I immediately thought of Dennis Rodman. So basically, Travis to me will be the white Dennis Rodman, and he'll have like all these uh publicity stunts and just all that weird stuff. Let's see. Steven Ramirez, I guess he's like one of the big wigs of the team as well. He would give Isla a hard time, which was my prediction. Jackie, who worked as a vendor at the stadium, and he turned into a Gordon assistant. That was in the first episode. My prediction is that he would like have a dramatic spin on the family. He would like intrude on the family, try to extort them for money. He would get the money by any means necessary, steal it, scam them out, whatever. And lastly, Len Levinson, who is a doctor and he was Isla's fiance. My prediction is that throughout the whole season, he will be that loving, supportive partner throughout it all. So the final column is conclusion. So let's see what I concluded with. So Cameron Gordon turned out to be the brother from hell. He did leak leak things to the media about his sister, which is so messed up. It doesn't matter if you're a brother, a friend, coworker, whatever. You don't leak stuff to the media about someone you care about. And also, spoiler alert, at the end, he was trying to get his job back. He popped up in Isla's office one day. Now, the reason why I don't have a lot of notes for Cameron is because he really wasn't around. He didn't really tell Isla what to do. I thought he was in rehab, so I understand he was away, but he did make appearances in episodes as like family meetings and stuff like that. For Ness, turns out he was emotional. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like a cancer or something, but he was emotional. And he came around, especially for Jackie, which we found out that Jackie is a brother to the Gordons, so he's a Gordon as well because he was like a half sibling. But he really, really seemed to care about Jackie, always hugged him, cried a lot. So I like to see that. Sandy is an openly gay man who has a boyfriend named Charlie, but he hides Charlie. So that was kind of their relationship struggle. And I guess he hid Charlie because Charlie's not rich like the Gordons are. Charlie was like a dog groomer or something. So he had relationship issues with being open. He was very mean to Jackie. Not, I wouldn't say mean, but he was just kind of like stiff with Jackie. But Jackie did help Sandy get Charlie back after they broke up briefly because Sandy kept lying to Charlie like, "Oh, I got to work, do this, I got to work and do that," because he was covering up his relationship with Charlie, who was a good man, by the way. Let's see, Isla did take over as president. She was all in her job, so I was definitely right about fixing her team mistakes because she did take Travis to rehab. She was all in on her job. She was a workaholic, and that's how her and Ben broke up because she actually forgot her fiance's event. He was being honored by some prestigious award or whatever. So that's what made her all in on their job, cared about her players, again, sent Travis to rehab. And she sat down with Travis as well, took him out to dinner and, all that stuff. And also, I want to add this. So there was a scene in a restaurant where Travis and Isla was having dinner, and Travis kissed her, tried to kiss her. Now, that is kind of sexual harassment, and Isla could have been like, "No, stay away from me. I hate you. I'm going to sue you." But no, once Travis realized that he needed help, he went to Isla and she helped him with like no questions asked. So she really do care about her players. And then the workaholicism all over the place. And she was like kind of all over the place too. Like she was childish minded, because I guess because she had money all her life, she didn't know how to do simple things. Um, and she's a Coke girl like me, because you can't get through the day without a Diet Coke. So I liked Isla. That was my favorite character. For Allie, her chief of staff, she still did provide the comic relief. And then in the first episode, I thought she was like kind of stuck up and she was like mean and didn't do her job right or whatever. But she actually ended up helping Jackie, help him, with his job as an assistant, because Jackie didn't really know what to do. And when Jackie first started, he didn't even know how to like make a phone call from the outside line in an office. And she basically sat him down and showed him how to do stuff. So I thought that was really nice. Jay Brown was more so a colleague, a work friend, if you will, to Isla. And then they kissed. So spoiler alert on that. So they might have like a love interest next season. He was divorced. He had an ex-wife and children. They ended up moving to the East Coast, and he had to basically choose to move to the East Coast to be close to his children. He was a great leader. He showed leadership, great coach, and let's see. Oh, well, yeah, he was a great leader. He showed leadership. He did kind of coach them to success in a way. Um, Marcus Winfield, the arrogant star player, I was wrong. He was just quiet, and he was like a little bit more made sense, if you will, because there was a scene where the rookie had to pick up the tab for this dinner that all the players were at. And if y'all know, like basketball players, they're a high baller. They want to go eat steak and lobster all day, every day. So then they gave the check to the rookie, and it was like $25,000. And the rookie was taking the bus, and he didn't live in a mansion and all that stuff. So Marcus stepped in and was like, "Here, take my credit card." And basically, he became a mentor to the rookie. And he also helped Travis get help. So he was more so like a person to look up to and to help you and all that stuff. So, and I hate that sometimes arrogant people do come off like that, like they see me, but in the end, they're cool and they just want to see you do good. For Travis, he was the outcast, like I assumed, but he was not like Dennis Rodman and the media outcast. Or he probably was. He was. Because they did catch him in the restaurant trying to kiss Isla, and it did make the blogs. But he had an issue with pills, and also he had mom issues, so he ended up going to rehab to hopefully get those cleared up. He did miss the game in the end as well, so that was an issue. But Dennis Rodman, to my knowledge, I don't think he ever missed like a game to rehab. He just missed a game to go party. Steven Ramirez did kind of give Isla a hard time, but he also was on Jackie's case too, because if you guys don't remember, Jackie gave his daughter, who was a dancer on the team, chlamydia or the gonorrhea, one of those, an STD basically. And he was so mad at Jackie, he wanted to kill him, basically. And for Jackie, Jackie actually ended up being a complete sweetheart. He was a sweetheart. He was so modest. He was so sweet, so cute. He was so helpful. He helped all his brothers. He helped Isla a lot, of course, obviously as an assistant. He did fit in with the family. He had too many girls. He ended up getting chlamydia. It was chlamydia. Because there was a scene where he went to use the bathroom and he started burning. I think that's how it all happens. And he also again helped Sandy get Charlie back, so out of his heart. But I hated how Sandy basically backhanded him and was like, didn't say thank you. He was just kind of mean about it. But eventually they did come around to each other. And lastly, Lynn Levinson. Did I say Ben? It's Lynn. There's a Lynn or Ben. I don't know. Mr. Levinson. He was the supportive partner until Isla missed his award ceremony, and then that's when everything went down to shit. So that is my prediction and conclusion chart for Running Point. Now, I do give it 5 out of 5 in Mandy stars. The first episode was 5 out of 5 as well. And should this be renewed? Absolutely. Absolutely. I do see it having a season 2 because it's so popular. It was actually in the top 5. When you scroll on Netflix and you see like the top 5 shows, it did make number 1 and number 2. And I think something I think Beauty is the New Black knocked it off the charts or something, but it definitely should come back for another episode. It was left on a cliffhanger as well. And what I liked about this show is the music. They did choose a lot of LA based music, Tupac and all the swing bands and all that stuff. They had the pop culture. They mentioned pop culture modern days. Of course, it's LA, so it's a lot of pop culture. And also there were other stars in the show. Macaulay Culkin made a cameo appearance. He was in the audience at the basketball game. Diedrich Bader, if you don't know that name, let me give you two characters. Frank, who is the auntie's white husband from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then Oswald from the Drew Carey Show. If you're a Drew Carey Show fan like me, you definitely know who Diedrich Bader is. Jalen Rose was in it as a sportscaster. He had like a podcast on TV, and also Scott Disick. So that is my review on Running Point. The next episode I am doing is Stacks documentary. I did watch the Stacks documentary before. It was kind of background noise to me, so I rewatched it to see what it's about. I'm also doing the Celtic City on HBO Max documentary. Now, you probably won't get that until like April, Mayish, because it is 9 parts. And they're about an hour long a piece. So as I watch, I do take notes. So thank y'all for listening, and I hope you enjoy. And thank you for sharing, and subscribe. I am on multiple platforms for your favorite podcasts as well as YouTube. So let me get ready for the next episode, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.